Good morning, Year 4. For maths today, you are going to be looking at your 12 times table, and then you're going to be reviewing everything you've learnt about your times tables in this chapter in the book. Now, Miss Bradford and I have been really impressed with the times table skills you've been showing so far, and we can clearly see you're using some methods to help you work those out as well. I'm going to go through a few questions today. I'm not going to go through the same ones that Miss Bradford and I have gone through in the videos before, because I think you're starting to get those now, but we're going to have a look at these style questions here, where we need to find the missing value and we need to make the calculation balanced. So to start with, we're just going to talk about what that equals sign means and how we use it. So when we've got our equals sign, that means that both sides of the calculation are balanced. They both equal the same. So for example, if we had 8 on both sides, that's a balanced equation. That equals means that it's balanced. So we could look at this by saying that 6 add 2 equals 4 times 2. And the reason that works is because if we add 6 and 2, we get 8. And if we multiply 4 by 2, we get 8. So this is a balanced equation. That equals sign works because it's the same on each side. Let's look at a different one. So if we had 6 add 6 equals 6 times 2, we can check that that works. Well, 6 add 6 is 12, and 6 times 2 is 12. Remember, repeated addition is the exact same as multiplying. So again, that works. So remember that that equals sign means balanced. So remembering this then, we're going to have a look at some of the questions on set A. So these follow the same pattern you've been working on this week, but I think we just need to go over what this equals sign means. So I'm going to look at question 8, and I'm going to write it out on my whiteboard. So it says 12 add 12 equals, so it's a balanced side, something, I'm just going to draw that box, times by 12. And then we need to give this answer as well. So first of all, I need to work out the answer to each side of my calculation. So here I've got 12 add 12. Now I know that 12 add 12 would give me 24. So that means this side also needs to be 24. Well, I times 2 by 12 to give me 24. And if I look back at this question with the repeated addition, I've got 1, 2, lots of 12. So it's exactly the same question. So what you don't want to do, you don't want to say 12 add 12 is 24 and write that here and then try and times it by 12. That's quite tricky because actually that wouldn't be balanced either. That wouldn't give you the answer of 24. So in this box here you need your 2 because that's how many 12s there are, and the answer would be 24. Let's have a look at another one. Let's look at question 9. So for 9, we've got 12, add 12, add 12, add 12, add 12 equals something multiplied by 12. So first of all, let's work out what the total is on this side. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lots of 12. Well, 5 lots of 12 will give me 60. This side of the equation also needs to equal 60. 5 lots of 12 give me 60. So in that missing box, you would want your 5 there because that's how many lots of 12s it takes to get to 60. And then the answer box would be 60. Be careful that you don't add all these up, put 60 in here, and then try and times it by 12, because if you was doing that, it wouldn't be balanced. Okay, so they're the questions for set A that we'd really like to have a try at today. So when you get onto the next page, this is where you're using all your times table skills that you have been learning. So we're going to have a look at question 2. Again, it's following that same pattern of the equation being balanced, but this time we're looking at our 11 times tables, which you practiced the other day. So it says 11, add 11, add 11, add 11, 11 equals something times by 11. So this is what it looks like in your book. So again, let's work out what this side of the equals sign would be. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lots of 11. I'm not going to write that out using the column method because I know that's the same as multiplying. 5 lots of 11 are 55, which means this side needs to be 55. So the answer will be 55. and I times 5 by 11 to get 55. A really easy way to do this is to count up how many of the number you've got on one side. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that means I would need 5 on the other side. Okay, let's also have a look at a different style question now. Let's look at question 9, because this involves using our less than, more than and equal signs to help us with this question. So question 9 says 3 times 6, and then we've got our space, and we've got 4 times 5. So we've got to work out if 3 times 6 is less than 4 times 5, if it's more than 4 times 5, or if it's equal to. So a bit like what we was doing before, we need to work out the answer to each side. So let's start off by doing 6 times 3, which would give us 18. 4 times 5, which would give us 20. Okay, this makes this question a lot easier now. So I know that 18 is less than 20. So 3 times 6 is 18. 4 times 5 is 20. So I need to use the correct sign. Well, I know that it would go this way because if we was thinking of it as a crocodile, it always eats the bigger number. So 3 times 6 is less than 4 times 5. Okay, they're the questions we'd like you to work on today. Remember, your maths should be an hour. Have a look at sections A and B. If you get onto section C, that's excellent. If not, just do what ones you can, okay? Really have a think really carefully about those ones with the equal side and making your equation balance.